everybody. Got a Temu haul. It's not a real big one, but it's a lot of little pieces. Does it say on here how many? Sometimes there's a label that tells you how many items. Of course, one day I want to see one. There isn't one. I do have one more order that I placed. Neko's birthday is coming up soon. Next week? Yeah, next week. She's going to be 24. Can't believe it. Where does the time go? Those of you who have older kids understand, I'm sure. Even if you got younger kids. Okay, so the first two things I'm pulling out are more recipe cards. This one's got hearts and spoons and cupcakes. There's a piece of cake or pie or something here on the back. It's just a fun one. There's a little mug. And then this one's just a plain one. There's, I think, 50 here and 25 here. Someplace I have divided the others into envelopes. And then I got the packet in the last order, and then these two packets, and I think that's all I'm going to order as far as, oh boy. Okay, we got pins, we got earrings. Let me kind of sort these a little bit. Oh, that's bigger than I thought it would be. Pin, 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 lots of pins. Most of the order is like pins. I went a little nuts. Earring, pin. Got everything. Okay. Couple more pins. All right. This is a pouch. Let's go ahead and open it so then when I do the pins, I can put them in the pouch. Sounds like a plan. One of these days, I will work on my banners. I just haven't had a whole lot of free time. This, I got an offer one day to get this for a penny. I thought, why not? I like pouches and baggies and things. So it's just a little black pouch. Little zipper. No pockets or anything. It's just a plain little pouch. It's a nice size. I mean, it's not huge, but it's still, big enough if you wanted to carry a little bit of makeup or something with you. Or I have one of a similar size that I put, like, I call it my pharmacy. It's got ibuprofen and nasal spray and eye drops and that kind of stuff all in it, so I don't lose it. So it's not running loose in my purse. And then I got a hoodie. I thought this one was cool. I don't know, can you see it? The strings are in the way. It's kind of a cosmic wolf. So you got all this spacey looking, the sleeves are all spacey. And then the front and the back have the wolf. I just thought it was neat. And I know it's going to fit because it's either the same size or maybe a size bigger than the ones I've had before. And it's that slick fabric. Yeah, I think it's the same size as the other ones. I got it off the men's section. So, I mean, I'm always buying off the big and tall men's. Because, one, who cares? And two, it fits. I have better shot at finding hoodies in my size that way than through the women's side. For some reason, they think plus size women stop at size 22. Some of us are a little bigger than that. So, it is what it is. Oh, okay. I was beginning to think, uh-oh, did they only send me one earring? But no. I like they put it in a chunk of foam this time. And it's a Snorlax, because of course it is. Snorlax's best Pokemon. And they gave me 3 earring backs. Oh, 4 earring backs. But there's one earring on one side of the block and one on the other. So hopefully that means they're not like bent all to heck like the last couple pairs of earrings I bought. Maybe they're getting tired of me getting refunds. Oh, speaking of refunds, that big fuzzy hoodie thing I got, that's one case where I actually did fit in a 22, and it is so big. Anyway, I went and requested a refund because one of the seams wasn't completely sewn. And it's not that I can't fix it. I can absolutely fix it. I just need, thread and a needle. I can fix it. It's like maybe an inch long seam. And luckily the hole is in the seam. It's just where it didn't get caught by the needle. It's the principle of the thing. If I would have gone into a store to buy that item and found a hole in it, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have not, or at least not at full price. I would have asked for a discount, and if they wouldn't do a discount, I'd be like, well, not going to buy it. And so that's kind of where my mindset was when I requested the refund on that. I mean, I absolutely am going to fix it. It's just, I was really like, really no quality control whatsoever. I mean, I know y'all are trying to send stuff out as fast as possible and make things as cheaply as possible, but have a little pride in your work. Do we have another Snorlax? This time to pin. I don't remember the name of is it Butterfree? I think, maybe. I know somebody out there is going to know Pokemon. I know a couple of my channel regulars know Pokemon, and I'm sure they can tell me. But I got it for the Snorlax. Because of course I did. Well, let's put that in the little pouch. One Snorlax. Let's see. Oh, look. It's a Snorlax. There's a bunch of Snorlax stuff in this haul. Yeah, it's weird because I go forever and ever and ever and I don't see any. And then all of a sudden, it's just like everywhere I look. Here we have a Snorlax and a Munchlax. I forget which way they go. I think it's Munchlax evolves to Snorlax. Might be the other way. I get confused. I don't know. All I care about is it's Snorlax. I don't know all the evolutions and don't really care. To be quite honest, I don't. I don't play Pokemon. I like the Snorlax. I am a Snorlax. Matter of fact, when I'm done here, I'm going to eat a little breakfast and I'm going to go to bed. A completely Snorlax thing to do. Because Snorlax sleeps till he's hungry, then eats till he's tired. So we have Snorlax sitting, snoozing next to his Pokeball. Those first two are really, really heavy. Let's see, I know there's more Snorlaxes. Here's a Snorlax. It's just a little rectangle of his face close up. It's cute. Of course it's cute. It's Snorlax. Now you can see it a little better, maybe. Less glare. Oh, I'm not ready for that one yet. Two more Snorlaxes, then we can look at other stuff. If I can get the packet open. I don't have the patience for this fiddly nonsense today. Here we have Snorlax with his star sunglasses and his little floaty. So he's getting ready to hop in the pool. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. Okay, then we have a whole set. This is more than just Snorlax. But the first one I pick up, of course, we have Snorlax as a Christmas tree. We have... I'm not sure which one that is. Is that Mew, maybe? Of all times for it to not have Neko down here. We have Eevee. That's his favorite, I think. I don't know who that is. Some little pink bear looking thing. Magikarp. I'm sure there's some Magikarp lovers out there. It's kind of a not very good Pokemon. Like, as far as strength and stuff. We got a Pikachu with his little Santa hat and holding a candy cane. And we have Jigglypuff, maybe? I'm trying to remember. I don't know them well enough. Psyduck. I think that's Jigglypuff. I don't know. I'll have to ask the Neko next time he's down here. Get off me. Piece of plastic wants to stick to me. Okay. These you've seen before because I hauled the 4-piece set last time and then realized I made a mistake and ordered one of the 2-piece sets. So this one is Jurassic Cat and Catzilla. And I'm going to give these to Neko. Neko thinks they're a cat. We'll give them cat pins. Okay, I got 2 of this one on purpose. One for Neko and one for me. And of course, well, I only have to show you one. I don't have to show you 2. There we go. Of course, I had to put the label across so you can't see it. This one says support drag. Now, I find going to drag shows to be great fun, harmless entertainment. I have friends who perform in drag shows and do rather well. And having a non-binary child who dresses, born male but dresses female, I support it. I absolutely support it. I think people worry too much about what other people are wearing. Drag queens know what gender they are. They choose to wear what they're comfortable in. Not a problem. In history, men have worn essentially dresses and skirts all along. if you are a Christian, think about all the depictions of biblical times, and all the men are wearing long robes, which are essentially dresses. Part of that is because it's cooler and more comfortable in that area of the world to wear outfits like that. There's still countries where that's the traditional dress. Um, and I dare anyone to go up to a Highlander who can basically pick up a telephone pole and toss it like it's nothing and accuse them of being girly when they're wearing their kilt. I think men in kilts are extremely hot. Just saying. But anyway, I support drag because I think it's stupid to make that such a big issue. It's just clothes. At least they're wearing clothes. You know, they could be running around naked. In which case, I hope they're in a nudist camp and not like running around naked in public because I don't think I could handle that one. Yeah, I think that's a little too far for my personal taste, for my comfort. But, you know, you do you. If that's what your thing, have at it. Just, so I got the support drag hearts. I also got the little non-binary bee. So the colors of the bee are the non-binary flag to support my child because Neko is non-binary. Then I got science is real, Black Lives Matter, no human is illegal, love is love, women's rights are human rights, kindness is everything. It's a pin, but it's one of the like, I don't know, we used to call them badges, buttons. It's that type of pin. And this one is the ally flag. Because I am absolutely an ally. Let me see if I can get this out of here. So there we go. And that is the end of the haul. Like I said, it's not a big haul. I've had much bigger hauls in the past. I can do a quick little taste test. I've been wanting to taste this since I found it. We had such good luck with that Snickers coffee, and so far I haven't been able to get another one. I've gone a couple different times to our local Dollar Tree where I purchased the one that we tried, and they've been sold out. And when we went, I guess it's a week ago now, last Saturday, they said that they were hoping it was going to be on the truck, but the truck had a flat tire, so they weren't going to get the truck until Tuesday because they decided they weren't going to come on Saturday like they were supposed to after having a flat tire. And I was like, but I'm sure everything I was looking for today is on that truck. And they said, probably. Because I'm also looking for the Lady Boba Tea again. And they've been out of that for a couple weeks. I said, yeah, everybody keeps asking for it. I said, that's because it's really good. So we're going to try, this one is Ding Dong flavor. The Hostess iced latte. I also have a Twinkie one, but since it's just me, I'm only going to try one. Hopefully I like this one. I don't know. I can almost smell something. I can't tell what it is I'm almost smelling, but it might be coffee. I don't know. Not bad. Almost tastes like chocolate milk with just the little slight hint of coffee. So if you're not a big coffee drinker, you might like this. The coffee's more of an aftertaste, but it's not super strong. At least this one's not. Yeah, I think I would drink this again. On the Ibotta app, at least on my offers, it had the Twinkie one, but not this one listed. I don't know why they wouldn't do both, but they only had the one flavor listed. But they also showed the Snickers and Twix in bottles like this. Of course, my Walmart didn't have them. They had other things from Victor Allen, which is the company that had the Snickers and Twix. Um, but they didn't have Snickers and Twix, and they didn't have any of his stuff in bottles. But they did have the Hostess um, Ding Dong and Twinkie. I don't know if there's more than the two flavors. Um, I've never tried to look for them before. So I thought I would at least give it a try. I mean, the worst that could happen is I don't like it. And it's fine. I'll drink it. I don't know that I would run out and grab it again because I think they're kind of expensive for what they are. But as an every so often, once in a while kind of treat, yeah, why not? Um, this bottle, it's a 13.7 ounce bottle, is 300 calories. Uh, 56 grams of carb, 48 grams of sugar. So if you're concerned about that, you probably don't want this. Um, I think all in all, I'm liking this. If, quite honestly, if they could pump the chocolate up a little bit more, I'd be even happier. But I'm sure they want people to taste a little bit of coffee. And that's all I'm tasting. It's just a little bit, just enough to say, yeah, it's a coffee drink. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. I don't know what else I'm going to do video wise. I know I've got some stuff I could do a book haul. Um, I have some diamond painting stuff that I could show. I haven't really been doing diamond painting for a while. Kind of took a break from it. And then I did one, I guess it was last week-ish. Um, I had a couple long nights at work, so I sat there and put one together for my client. And he has informed me now that he would like to have it framed for his birthday, but I should do that now instead of waiting until May. Uh-huh. Okay, sure. I might do that. I don't know yet. I mean, I was thinking about getting it framed anyway, but it's just the way that it was approached. Kind of, I don't know. But we'll see. I need to figure out when I can take it someplace. I guess I could take it go into Athens to the Joanne Fabric. I think they've got a framing section. Other than that, I'm not sure where to go. I'm going to take these out of their little packets. I've been working on printing out digital stuff and cutting those out for junk journals. I have a huge pile that needs to be cut out. It's going to take me a while. I got a lot done, but it's like the more I cut, the more there is to cut. One of those kind of deals. And I just downloaded a whole bunch more digitals last night. Getting a lot of freebies, which is fantastic. Couple on the, I guess it's pronounced coffee, even though it's spelled ko-fi, ko-fi. There's a few of them that I subscribe to on there, or membership. And it's really good deals, though. Like one of them, it works out to about $11 a month, but they have so much stuff. And I was able to go back and collect all the member freebies that they've ever posted. which is, if you would pay for each of those things separately, hundreds of dollars. So I thought, okay, $8.99 British pounds. It's 11 something right now in American dollars, and I thought, yeah, it's worth it to at least do a couple months worth. Because I got hundreds of dollars worth of their product for that 8.99 British pounds. Another one I paid like $2 and got probably a couple $100 worth of digital media. It's hard to put a value on it, but once you own it and download it, it's yours forever to use. I mean, you can't sell it, which I wouldn't want to anyway. I'm not in this to make money. I am doing this because I want to have fun. And so I'm being very selective as to which ones I subscribe or membership or whatever. Um, because it does get expensive and it adds up quickly. But I have got so many digitals already printed, and I haven't even scratched the surface of what I've got downloaded. I'm going to have to move stuff off the computer and put it on my little portable hard drive. I'm just taking things out of packets from last haul. This is the other Catzilla. This is Freddy Krueger as a cat. I'm just going to cut these open. I hate wasting all these little plastic baggies, but I got a million of them at this point. Feels like a million. A couple hundred at least. And I don't really have anything to use them for. Which is, they're nice little bags. I'm sure there's something I can do with them. I just don't know what. I'll put that up here with, maybe I can glue that into a journal and people can put something in it. I don't know. Anyway, we're coming up on close to a half hour and I'm just babbling on about nothing. So I think what I'm going to do is get off of here. Remember to do all the YouTube things, comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I know there's a snack crate coming because it's already been purchased. I'm trying to remember if Japan crate has renewed yet. But there's going to be a Japan crate at some point. At some point I'll probably do a small book haul. I might wait until I get a few more books in the pile. Just to make it worth making a video out of. Otherwise, I don't know what's coming up. My brother will be coming into town on the 19th that night because, I could tell you the toilet saga. It continues. He's going to help hopefully fix my toilet. And if we can't get it to stop leaking, I might have him put the old toilet back in. About a little over a year ago, back in September 2022, he installed my new toilet because the old toilet, it was just gushing. It was leaking all over the place. And what had happened is the flange and the wax seal underneath had gone bad. And so he came down, and I had already bought a new toilet. It had been sitting in my kitchen in the box for 2 years. We just never had time to take care of it. And so he came, he fixed that, and everything was fine for about 3 months, something like that. And the tank started leaking. The little rubber gasket had gone bad, and it's what bolts the tank onto the bowl. So I ended up having to call a plumber in because my brother didn't have time to come down, and it was just making a mess, leaking everywhere. And then, why is it every time I start a video, every time, drip, drip, drip. I'm talking about dripping toilets, and now I got drippy nose. Anyway, they came, and I could have fixed it myself, but I didn't realize there were two nuts on the bolt, and I had gotten the one off, but I didn't know there was another one in that was like up in it. And I told the guy, I said, couldn't figure out how to get the bowl out. And he messed with it, and he says, "Oh yeah, there's two nuts. That's why." So that okay, that explains it. If I could have gotten that other nut out of there, I could have fixed it myself. It's just take the bolt out, put a new gasket on, put the bolt back in. I could have done that. The guy was here less than 5 minutes, cost me $100. Then about 3-4 months later, it started leaking again. And I was just like, seriously? Well, that was just before I had the problem with the water damage of the bathroom floor where I put my foot through the floor and my brother had to come down and put a new floor in. Thank God I've got a handy brother. So while he was here and doing that, he had to take the toilet and everything out anyway to install the new flooring. And so when he put the toilet back in, he replaced the gasket again. Then about 3-4 months later, the stupid gasket goes bad again. This is we are now on gasket number 4. And he's going to come down and fix it again. And I'm like, if it goes bad again, let's just put the old toilet back in. We still have it. I mean, it's sitting out in my yard because, of course, it is. It's been sitting there for a little over a year because I can't get anybody to move it back behind the shed. So it's still sitting in my yard. I keep saying, we'll just go fill it full of dirt and put flowers in it or something. But it's still good. That toilet, let's see, Neko and I have lived in this house for 18 years, 18 and a half years. And that toilet was here when my parents bought the house. So that toilet's been here more than 20 years. Never had a problem with it until that flange and seal went bad. Theoretically, replacing the flange and seal, we should have been able to put that toilet right back in and not had any more trouble. And I'm thinking because it's all one piece and not separate tank from bowl, that might be our better option is to put that one back in and buy a new seat for it. We need to buy a new seat for this one anyway. I hate this toilet seat with a passion. Anyway, like y'all need to know this, right? So he's going to come down and take a look at that. And I'm going to see if I can get a new fan for the other laptop so that we can get in it and I can get my stuff out of it. And he's built computers before, so I think he should have very little trouble switching out a fan. I just need to figure out what model fan I need to order, which is kind of a pain in the butt because I can't turn the thing on to look it up, and the stuff written on the back is really hard to see because they use dark gray on a black background. I don't know. I couldn't get it to read the QR code. My phone just wasn't having it. So if I can figure out what fan to order, then he'll work on fixing that. And Neko wants to go to Red Lobster for his birthday because he loves going there, getting the popcorn shrimp. They're both going to order popcorn shrimp. I'll order something fancier. Not much fancier, but a little fancier. Because I like different. I like popcorn shrimp, but I like other things too. So I usually get one of the combo deals. So hopefully we can get everything straightened around. I have a feeling that we're probably going to have to make a trip to Lowe's. I don't know if there's a Home Depot around anywhere. I know where there's a Lowe's. There's one in Athens we can go, or there's one in Vienna, which we'll just say Parkersburg. Um, Vienna is where the mall is located, and that's where all the food stuff is. It's like the edge of Parkersburg. Um, so we'll probably head that way because I know there's a Lowe's out there too. And since we're gonna go Red Lobster anyway, so that's pretty much all we've got planned at the moment. Right now I'm working like an 8-day stretch. So I did fall the other day when I was leaving work. It had frosted, and I had gone out about a quarter after 7 to take the trash out like I do every morning. And then I went back in and did paperwork and all that kind of fun stuff. My wrap up for my shift. Next person came in, and they were like, "Man, it's kind of slippery out there." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." I said, "Luckily, it had been salted, and so it wasn't too bad." When I went out about a quarter after 8, because the grocery delivery came right at 8 o'clock, like on the dot. And so we were chatting a little bit, and then we went and got she took the groceries in, and I was going down the ramp. Well, she had no more than closed the door after taking the groceries in, and they had put a new board down at the end of the ramp. And that new board apparently was super slippery because my foot barely touched it and I was on the ground. Never felt any slipping or sliding or anything. It was just like, step down, boom. And I'm sitting there going, ow, trying to figure out what, if anything, was hurt. Decided my big toe on my left foot was hurt, possibly broken. My left knee, which is my bad knee, the one with the chondromalacia, um, that the reason I was on crutches and ended up quitting my job doing inventory. Um, that knee, it felt bruised, and there was a little twinge in my back, and I thought, oh, might be a problem. And I'm sitting there going, how am I going to get up off the ground? I can't just pop up like I used to. It takes some doing. And I managed to roll over, so I was on my hands and knees, and I crawled up the ramp a little bit and pulled myself up using the um, arm rest thing. What is that called? It's not an arm rest. The rail. God, all that for that word. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Um. Anyway, I got a hold of the rail and I pulled myself up because I can't push myself up with my left knee. It is too weak. So I had to get up and find a spot that wasn't too slippery and push myself up using my right knee and my hands and pulling on the railing. And got to my car and of course had to scrape the windshield and stuff because it's still frosty. Did all that, got in the car, and posted in the group chat, when you come into work, be super careful. That new board is extra slippery. I landed it on my, or I fell. I think I just said I fell. Kind of sore, but I'm okay. I can walk and stuff. We're good. It wasn't until about 10:30 that somebody finally responded. Oh, I didn't, and it was the lady who greeted me. I didn't even hear you. I said, well, I didn't like scream or anything. I took a step and I was on the ground. And my client was like, well, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any commotion. I said, there wasn't really commotion. It was, I took a step, I was on the ground. And there wasn't any grabbing onto anything. There wasn't time to yell. It was just step, boom. And luckily, no injuries, nothing major. I did have where my left thigh, the upper thigh, was really, really sore for a couple days. So let's see, that was, I fell Monday. I worked Tuesday, and it was kind of hard hobbling around a little bit Tuesday because I was hurting. That's when my upper thigh started hurting. Everything else was feeling fine. And then I was off Tuesday into Wednesday, that shift, and then Wednesday into Thursday. So I had 2 days off. And that whole day, Wednesday, I was hobbling around. It hurt so bad. I could barely walk. And I thought, uh-oh, do I need to go to a doctor or something? I took some ibuprofen, stayed in bed, let it rest, because I figured all they're going to tell me to do is stay off of it. So I figured it was just like a pulled muscle or something. So I stayed off of it as much as I could. And when I went to work last night, I felt good. It didn't hurt. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly I did to it, but yeah, luckily it wasn't anything serious. I can't afford to be injured. Can't afford to not be working. But starting last night, I'm on an 8-day stretch. So, whew, I'm gonna be tired. By the time my brother gets here, I'll be probably semi-conscious. I'll probably be able to take a little nap before he comes. Last time he got here and woke me up, I literally blinked my eyes and here he was. Wake up. And I'm like, I looked at the clock like not 5 minutes ago, and here you are waking me up. I just dozed. So, anyway. Okay, this is for Neko, this is for Neko, I think all the pins that were laying here next to the computer are now in the little pouch. At some point, I have got to work on putting those things on the banners. Anyway, 15 minutes ago, I said I was going to end this thing. And then I went on ramble. So anyway, brother's coming. Hopefully he can fix the toilet and the computer if I can figure out what kind of fan to get. But the toilet saga continues. I'm just so sick of it at this point. And the thing is, the old one is kind of ugly. It doesn't match anything in the bathroom because it's like this really weird shade of lavender, which the color is fine. I like the color, but it doesn't match anything. So it's kind of ugly because we can't find a seat to match the color. And I'm not going to go spend a fortune hunting one down. So I'm like, okay, we'll just get a boring old white seat, whatever they have, cheap. And yeah, it does not go with my bathroom at all. But the weird thing is that I haven't replaced the bathtub. It needs replaced too at some point. When, I don't know. But it's gray. So the toilet was lavender, the bathtub was gray, the sink was white. Well, I had to replace the sink. Well, the sink itself was white, but the cabinet it was in, like the um top, the whole top section was white, but the cabinet was like wood paneling. the people who owned the house before my parents bought it, they were DIY people. Some of their choices are very questionable. um, so when Dad had the dementia and he understood turn the water on to wash his hands, but he didn't understand turn the water off. And so he would flood the bathroom on a regular basis. It was like particle board that had this brown wood grain stuff on it. It's just soaked up the water, and then one day it just went and collapsed. And it's like, yep, gotta get a new sink in here. Ordered a new sink, it showed up, called the plumber, had them fix it, and so now it's a white sink and a white cabinet. That all matches. So when I bought a toilet to replace the toilet, I bought a white toilet. And I was thinking ahead as to let's get one that is ADA, American with Disabilities Act, approved or whatever, compliant, because I didn't know how long, Dad was going to be still in the house, etc. And I thought, well, it might be a little taller, so it might be a little easier to get up and down for all of us. I really don't think it's that different from the old one, size-wise. But that was my thought. And I didn't know that, there was really that much difference between one that was two-piece and one that was one-piece. Now I know. I will not buy another two-piece toilet if at all possible, because this has been nothing but a nightmare the last year plus. Anyway, enough of the toilet rant. I could go on and on and on. But hopefully that'll all be taken care of next weekend. Gotta wait a whole week. But that gives me time to get a camera, so. Or not a camera, a fan. Camera? Where'd that come from? I'm losing what's left of my mind. Alright, I think I've already done the spiel, but I'll do it again just to make sure. Remember to do all the YouTube things, comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video, whatever it may be. Bye-bye.